PJ, how comfortable you are, like, solely playing that safety position right now, or are you still, you think, going to take some reps at corner, or are you just totally focused on safety?
Just focus on safety. Definitely a lot more comfortable than a few years ago when I first got thrown out there.
Is that that Titans game?
Yeah, that Titans game. Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable right now. So it's a good feeling to be able to focus on one position, although knowing all the other positions, and if they ever need me to do it, I'll be there. But it's definitely good to focus on one.
Excuse me, Mr. Kennedy. Is there a receiver that you go against that, just gets under your skin, maybe blocks too hard, maybe gives you a run for your money? Just anybody that comes to mind.
Let me think.
TJ Savage.
Nah, I don't think no receivers do too much. Can't none of them really block me, so it's like it don't even matter. So it's just it's all good.
How many of your teammates call you Mr. Kenneth?
None of them. That's probably the first one, especially around somebody.
Is it hard to believe that you've been in this league? This is your league?
Oh yeah, man. It's definitely crazy, man. Cause it's like in the instant, man, you go from being the youngest player in the room to one of the older players in the room. So it's definitely like eye-opening when you go in that room and you don't see pretty much nobody you was there with when you first got in with, and just a few people from the last couple of years. So it's definitely eye-opening. It's definitely a good feeling.
Do you ever think about, golly, how did I survive this long? I really never-
Yeah, you definitely think about it, man. But I know why, man. Just working hard and taking knowledge, taking coaching, and just being available. So it's definitely a lot to it.
Do you guys in the secondary kind of take pride in like the physical nature that you guys all play with, and it seems like that's even gotten heightened
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
oh yeah, definitely, man. We definitely want to be physical because that's one of the only ways you can affect the offense, man. If they fear you, then that's the biggest way you can affect them. So that's definitely what we want to do. We want to come with a lot of physicality and make sure we put fear in them.
Is that something that Chris Richard kind of preaches a little
Yeah,
bit too?
yeah, him and also Da, man. That's a big thing they preach.
Hey, what's it like just watching DA go from being the coordinator to
Oh yeah,
that
man.
in charge?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because when I first got here, he was one of the DB coaches, and then he ended up taking over as the D coordinator, and now he's the head coach. So it's definitely crazy seeing, and it's definitely, hey man, I'm definitely proud of him. He doing a good job, and I feel like he's gonna lead us to a good season.
You played on a lot of great teams here. What do you make of this team so far? A lot of people don't know what to make of this team right now.
Oh yeah, man. I think the sky's the limit for this team, man. We're gonna put in the work this next month or so before the season starts. And I feel like we can be a great team. We got some great leaders, some great older guys to lead the younger guys. A lot of real good young talent, and I feel like our defense is going to be one of the best defenses in the league. So I feel like the sky is the limit for us.
Your teammate was joking around with you here, but seriously, the wide receivers you're now guarding the secondary. I mean, how dangerous is this offense?
Oh yeah, man. It's a way different feel, man. I feel like we added a lot of guys on top of the guys we had last year, and I feel like they hungry for our offense to be that much better. So, man, it's a challenge every day, and we challenging them. They know we're gonna get them a great look, and we're gonna make sure they at the best of their ability. So I feel like we're gonna have a great team overall.
You talk about Coach Allen. What is he like as a coach? What is his personality like?
Oh man, I feel like as a head coach, he's a little bit more laid back than he was as D coordinator. Man, he was at our neck, making sure we was doing what we had to do. But I feel like he a good coach, man. He get his point across in a good way, not really trying to down people or make you feel bad, but also making sure you know what he wants as a head coach and making sure we're going out there and doing it every day.
Does anything about the way you prepare your body change now that you know you're a safety? Like, do you work out differently? Do you add weight, lose weight? Like,
Yeah. From the time I played corner to now, like I'm definitely heavier. I ain't want to be in the box and stuff like that, going against tight ends and offensive linemen around 190, 193. So I definitely added some weight, added some bulk, and just making sure I can still run good.
Where are you at now?
Around 205.
Hey, PJ, you've known Jameis longer than anybody on this team, probably. How much have you seen him evolve from the time at Florida State to now?
Oh man, a lot, man. Just he always been a good leader, but just his leadership qualities is just going way up. The way he works, man, he works pretty much harder than anybody. He worked in college, but nothing like what he do now. And just being a pro, like the way he eats, the way he gets treatments, the way he watch film, and then the way he make sure everybody else being accountable, doing the same thing, so including me. So he's a great leader.
What have you seen from Coach since now and year two?
Oh man, just the confidence, man. He has a whole lot more confidence, man. He was good last year. Just when you see you can do it and you go out there and do it, man, it changes your mindset. So I feel like, man, he for sure is going to be one of the best cornerbacks in the league this year.
Skill set wise, really, what does he bring on the football field? His lane, his understanding,
Yeah, no doubt, man. I feel like he brings it all, man. He's smart. He knows the defense more than pretty much anybody. And then also his physicality, man. He fast, he's strong, he can press very well at the line. So, man, those traits lead to a good cornerback for sure.
Just to follow up on the receiving core, guys like, obviously Quez was messing with you back there.
Right.
Guys like Quez and Deontay, and even Jarvis, like as a deep threat, kind of give you an edge when it comes to preparation.
Oh yeah, man. You gotta. Well, really, at the end of the day, man, we don't want to give up deep balls. So that's the main thing for us, not to get beat over the top. So that's always our preparation. But having those guys that have the ability to do that is definitely great for our team, and we definitely got to look out for it on defense.
PJ, what's kind of been your early thoughts on Marcus May and having him back there?
Oh man, I love Marcus, man. We came out of high school the same year, so I knew him since high school, like going through the process and Under Armour game and stuff like that. So man, I love him. We also trained together in Orlando, so man, we real cool, and I know his ability. He's a great safety. I'm also learning from him like I did from Marcus when I had just moved to safety and stuff like that. So man, and also teaching him, making sure he knows the defense and stuff. So man, but that's a great addition to our defense for sure.
It's important to have him out here, like even for OTAs when he couldn't be on the field or whatever,
Yeah.
but he's still out there, like you're getting that communication.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's always important to get those reps on the field, see it, get a feel for each other, and know how we playing it. So it's nothing to simulate being out there on the field and being able to communicate and seeing things the same as a defense.
When you say worked out in Orlando with Marcus, was that before you were teammates or just this past offseason?
Yeah, before we was teammates. Some this offseason, last offseason, a few offseasons. So we always train together.
As you've you've become really established in the last 5 years, how much do you still reflect upon how your first 2 years went and what you learned from that about being a professional football player?
Yeah.
How does it affect your perspective and your development?
Yeah, a whole lot, man. Because when you go through being injured, like first couple of years, man, you like, man, you sit back sometimes, like, man, you got to think about if you're good enough or if your body can withstand all this stuff like this. But when you get a chance to really go out there and play and know you can do it and see how other guys take care of themselves, take care of their bodies, watching film and stuff like that. So you grow pretty much every year, man. You get out of this game what you put into it. So I feel like the more you put into it, the longer you can play, the more you can play, and the more you can do.
Who do you think helped you mentally the most through the first 2 years? Or, I mean, I don't want to make it in competition, but is there anybody that you can think of that you appreciate that may have been a player or a coach that really helped you get to year 3?
Not really. I guess coaches and the strength coaches, because I did a lot of working out with those, and then also being in the training room and stuff like that. I feel like they pushed me and made sure I stayed focused. The coaches had me in the meetings. Although I was on IR, I still came up here and met every day and made sure I was on point. And with the strength coaches doing a lot of conditioning, strength and conditioning with those, it was just, and me also just knowing that I feel like I'm good enough to play in this league. So it was just whenever I got the opportunity.
How many times have you watched the Pick Six against right?
Oh no, it's probably 1,000 times. I feel like I see it somewhere,
Right.
every corner. But yeah, it was definitely a great play. I don't mind watching it.
So every time you watch that play, do you think, well, I know I shouldn't have done this, but I'm glad I did. But what are you thinking?
Nah, man. Hey, it's over with now, so I'm happy I did. But yeah, we just watched it yesterday in the meeting, talking about Miller time. So that was definitely a focal point. But
What was said during the meeting about that?
just saying that, hey, when you at this certain amount of time and they only got this amount of timeouts, then it's good to take go ahead and go down. But we was in the heat of the battle. I wasn't even thinking about that at that moment.
You got any Florida State LSU predictions?
Oh yeah, man. You already know I'm with the nose all the way. I'll be in the building though. We'll see. All right.